I was standing barefoot on the driveway, holding my car keys, when the front door slammed behind me. 17 years of marriage, gone in one sentence. And 3 hours later, the sheriff knocked on her door, not mine. If you've ever been betrayed by someone you trusted, if you've ever been blamed for something you didn't do, then hit like, subscribe, and buckle up. Because this story isn't just about revenge. It's about truth catching up fast. My name is Lily Carter, and this is what happened. After 17 years of marriage, I learned something terrifying. Love means nothing when fear speaks louder than truth. I married my wife, Rachel, when her daughter Emily was just 8 years old. I didn't try to replace her father. I didn't force affection. I showed up. School pickups. Broken science projects at midnight. College tuition payments without a single complaint. Emily was always complicated. Sharp tongue. Quick tears. And an uncanny ability to twist a story just enough to make herself the victim. Rachel called it sensitivity. I called it walking on glass. Still, I stayed. Because marriage is supposed to mean loyalty. I was wrong. It happened on a Tuesday night. Ordinary. Quiet. Forgettable. Until Emily stormed out of her room crying. Rachel followed her. The whispers turned into shouting. Then Rachel came back, pale. Shaking. She didn't sit down. She didn't ask. She just said, "Emily says you threatened her." The room went silent. I felt my heartbeat in my ears. "What?" I asked. "That's insane." Emily stood behind her mother, arms crossed, eyes red, lips trembling. She said I'd cornered her. That I'd raised my voice. That she felt unsafe. None of it was true. Rachel didn't ask for details. Didn't ask when. Didn't ask why. She just pointed at the door. "Pack a bag. Leave. Now." 17 years. Reduced to 10 minutes. I didn't scream. Didn't beg. I packed silently. Every shirt felt heavier than the last. Rachel watched me like I was a stranger. Emily didn't look at me at all. When I stepped outside, the door locked behind me. The click echoed louder than any shout ever could. I sat in my car for a long time. Hands shaking. Chest burning. Mind racing. I kept thinking. If I react, I lose everything. So I didn't. I drove away. I was sitting in a cheap motel room when my phone rang. Unknown number. "This is the county sheriff's office." My stomach dropped. For a split second, I thought Emily had escalated the lie. Then the deputy said something unexpected. "Sir, we need to inform you that a report was filed involving false allegations." False allegations? I sat up straight. The sheriff explained. Emily had claimed I threatened her earlier that week. But here's the problem. Rachel had security cameras installed years ago. Emily forgot. The footage showed everything. No confrontation. No threats. No raised voice. Just Emily yelling at me. Because I wouldn't give her money. There were also text messages. Emily bragging to a friend. "Once he's gone, Mom won't say no anymore." The sheriff had already spoken to Rachel. She was crying. Not for me. For herself. 3 hours after I left. The sheriff knocked on their door. Not mine. Emily was questioned. Her story collapsed in minutes. Rachel watched the truth play out, frame by frame. Every lie. Every exaggeration. Gone. Emily was cited for filing a false report. And suddenly, I wasn't the villain anymore. Rachel called me. Her voice cracked. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. But here's the thing. She never asked. She chose fear over faith. The sheriff later told me something I'll never forget. If you hadn't stayed calm, this could have ruined your life. Emily moved out 2 weeks later. Rachel begged me to come home. I didn't. I didn't yell. Didn't gloat. Didn't say, I told you so. I just said, you believed the lie because it was easier than believing me. Then I hung up. The house was sold. The marriage ended. And for the first time in years, I slept peacefully. Truth didn't need revenge. It handled it for me. Sometimes the strongest move isn't fighting back. It's stepping aside and letting the truth walk forward on its own. If this story gave you chills, hit like. Subscribe for more stories where karma doesn't miss. And tell us in the comments. Was walking away the best revenge? Or would you have done more?